I guess the place to start would be back in 1946. When I reached 14 years of age, I decided to leave school. From an early age, I was always interested in a little cinematograph, which was able to show pieces of old film that I was able to get. I got into a local cinema called The Diamond as a schoolboy for £1 per week. I was expected to carry huge boxes of films twice a week. Yes, I put the films on my shoulder and carried them back and forward, which was pretty heavy for a 14-year-old to take on. You had to work every night from Monday to Saturday, as well as 3 afternoon matinees, Monday, Thursday and Saturday. And I heard of a better job across the road in the Clonard Picture House, and it was for slightly more money. Doing the same job, but seemed to have better working conditions. I really liked the Clonard because it was a change of equipment, which I learned how to operate. Then I heard of another job in the Forum Picture House, which was on the Crumlin Road, and it was slightly more money again. I was still a schoolboy there, yeah, until I heard about a projectionist job in the Regent Cinema. And I went for an interview there, got accepted and started at £2.50 a week, which was a big jump in my wages. All these cinemas introduced new equipment to me, which meant I was learning my trade. During the time I was in the Regent, I was also sent as a relief projectionist to the Apollo Cinema on the Ormer Road, and also I was sent to the Broadway. When I had a day off, I used to go down to the Mayfair Cinema where I knew the projectionist, and they let me help them out. So again, that was more equipment I was getting to operate. So it was like a busman's holiday. Funny enough, the Diamond then were looking for a second projectionist, and I left the Regent to go back to the Diamond as a second, and that's where I met my future father-in-law, Peter Graham. Well then, I got a job then in the Lyceum, and I was second projectionist there. That was up until about 1955, when I decided to sort of get out of the cinema end of the projectionist bit of the cinemas and get into the engineering side, because I could foresee the fall of the cinemas due to television. However, the knowledge that I had gained all seems to be gone with the wind now, as they've all this DLP projection equipment. All these modern projectors now use xenon bulbs, which there's really no adjustments or anything to do. You just switch it on. It's like an ordinary street house light. But in my day, we had to work with carbon arc lamps. Plus the fact nowadays there's no changeovers between one projector number 1, projector number 2. There's not even curtains on the screens anymore the way there was whenever I was in the business. Right enough now, the Strand's one of the few ones that have the curtains. So it's now a four screen cinema. I used to know the chief projectionist there, a man called John Matchett, and John had been there for years. QFT, we got an invitation over there, and it was very nice to be there. There was a projectionist, a young lady called Jenny, and she seemed to be very interested in things I was telling her about my experiences. She let me see a Victoria 35mm projector that they had in use at one time. I must say I enjoyed the years that I worked in the cinema, because one of the good things that came out of it was that the chief operator in the Diamond met his daughter and got happily married. We're married now 62 years. Even though a great decline in cinemas took place, there's still people like Johnny at QFT who are still trying to promote people going to the cinema, to QFT or any cinema for that matter. It's nice to know that there's still a big interest in people wanting to go to see things on the big screen.